Right, safety release is probably one of the most important things when you're starting any lesson, coaching session, or even if you're giving the equipment to somebody to hire. Before going out on any lesson, every student needs to use the safety release and actually put it on their harness and release it. So if it's day one, they'll need to actually release it, both the leash on the release on the bar and also on your leash, so they can have that feeling of actually knowing what to do if they're in a panic. So if they get into trouble, as they release it, that isn't their first time of actually getting themselves free of the kite. So they've got to actually pop the leash, pop the release, let it go, and then do the leash as well. So they know exactly, 1, 2, how to release it. If they're going out onto a second lesson, so perhaps day 2 or day 3, a one-to-one or whatever, they don't necessarily need to actually go through the release of all this again, because it is time consuming, everybody going through it and then putting it all back together. But they do need to be shown the release for the day. So if you as the instructor can show how the release is going to work. They're all going to be slightly different, so you've got to show them. Today we're using this north bar. It's a pretty similar release to yesterday. It's just a push release. It's the same as every time. Push it away and off it goes, just to give them a reminder of what they need to do should they get into trouble. Right, if we come over to the liquid force bar, just going to look at a slightly different one. So similar sort of concept, but just got to show people if it's a different release. So again, it's a push away. Most of them are push away releases, but occasionally you got one where you have to pull a toggle or something else to release it. Majority of them are like this, but you've got to show them. This one takes a little bit more force to push it away, but similar sort of concept. We're not only introducing the students to the safety system so they're really clued up on it. The last thing you want to do is not actually release it when they should do, but it's also covering yourself. So if somebody in your lesson hurts themselves, they get dragged down the beach and they don't activate their safety system, if it comes to it in the courts and they say they have never been shown how to use the safety system or they've never tried it or anything like that, then you're going to be in a bit of trouble.